everybody. We are back with another pop-up. This is not our normal time to come to you with a live, but listen, we in an unorthodox year, so expect the unexpected, and we are so glad to have all of you with us tonight. We talking with some creatives. We talking creative talk. For those of you that don't know, we are excited about our B.U.I.L.D Summit coming up this week, Saturday. For one day only from 10 to 1. We got some power pack, encouraging, some life mind shifting, all that good stuff speakers that is going to be with us this week, Saturday. But before we even get to talk about this Saturday, we got some phenomenal creatives in the building who we want to invite. But before we bring them on, I want to ask you a favor. Can you go ahead and share the live for us, please? If you are a creative, if you know a creative, go ahead and invite them. Share the live, tag them in it. You know how we just do. We just put the people's name in the comments. You know how we do it. Put everybody's name in the comments so you know it's a creative who need to come in the room. Let them come in the building. We ain't about to be on long, so don't say coming back. I got 1.5 an hour. We ain't about to do that tonight. We just come to drop some information and we come to encourage us creators a little bit tonight. And to help us to understand, why come to B.U.I.L.D? If you are creative, why not come to B.U.I.L.D? That's the question. Why not? So go ahead and invite someone. But so I want to bring my guest in tonight. I got Lady Gia on with us tonight. If you know her, she is Miss Creative all by herself. Gia. And then we have Gaitor, Sherlanka, Gaitor. These two wonderful ladies are with us. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight. So I know some people are still trying to figure out the whole creative thing. And I know it's new, the talk and the language is new for people. But let me tell you, that ain't nothing new. It's been going on. But we just didn't know what we were. And we just, some of us figure that we're not creators because, okay, I don't paint or I don't dance. But if you write, if you think of ideas, if you are an event planner, if you can make up something out of nothing, you are a creative.
Right, so true.
And sometimes you just need to be around people like that, because they help to encourage you. They help you to recognize, oh, I didn't know I had that ability on the inside of me. So this is what B.U.I.L.D is for. B.U.I.L.D has been designed to just do that, to bring all of us together, one place for us to be empowered. So when we leave out of there, we can go back into our sphere and we can make a difference. So ladies, I want to start with G&D.
Okay.
Creativity. Now, I know some of the things that I've seen G&D do. I've seen, and I didn't know that G&D could have done. Let's talk a little bit about you. When you talk about creative, what type of creative are you, first and foremost, and how did you know you were creative?
Well, I will say that I'm definitely multifaceted. There are things that I have the ability to do that I would not have considered something that was worth anything until somebody points it out and says, hey, you have the ability to do that. Like, that's crazy. But I think that I am more I gather my strength in content creation. So I would do blogging. I do social media management, things of that sort. And then, of course, outside of that, I sing and all of that other good stuff too. So I would say that I'm multifaceted as it relates to being a creator.
Awesome. And you definitely do all of that kind of good stuff. Don't forget the part that you have the ability with media and all of that kind of stuff. You said that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pardon. Yes. Media as well.
Media as well. She didn't even remember that.
I'll tell you this. Definitely being connected with you, Audra, and B.U.I.L.D. You helped me to be able to label things better. Your ability to just call that and say, no, don't miss that out. That's something that makes you a creative. That's one of the things I do love about Judah Experiences and B.U.I.L.D. The fact that it allows people to really identify the things that are in them that allows them to be considered a creative, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sherlanka, let's talk about you. What type of creative are you, and how did you know that you were creative?
Okay, for me, I am a creative of writing. I'm a creator of words. I express myself through quotes. I express myself via social media if I have to say a message that God has placed on my heart. I like being creative with it. I like pictures with words, and those things get me excited. I'm passionate about those things. I can say that I first came into the knowledge of writing actually just this year. I didn't even know that I had that wealth
COVID
of knowledge
19,
in writing.
COVID-19, and pull that out of you.
Yes, so I am fascinated by it. I love doing it. I love putting up quotes. It's just the wealth of knowledge that God drops on me.
Mm,
I am an awe at times, but I am
wow.
creative of words.
Wow, that's good. So we got the faceted creator on the live, and then we have the creative words on the live tonight. And then I fall somewhere in the middle of it all, with all wonderfulness.
You
So
do.
so I think I love what you ladies just said. I love Gia because I love the ability to know that you're not just limited to one thing.
Right.
And I think
Yeah,
it's so
you're
beautiful.
right.
But I think
You're
one of
right.
the things that we have limit ourselves with as believers, we limit ourselves with just one being stuck in one area.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so because you figure, well, I can sing, and then that's it to me, or I can dance, and then that's it, not recognizing, hey, that thing right there that you think is not significant can be your stream of wealth,
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, so
can
true.
Absolutely.
be your stream
Absolutely.
of income, can be your stream of eliminating a lot of frustration because you go on a nine to
Hmm.
five every day, and that
Mm-hmm.
may not be the thing
Yes,
for you.
Right.
yes.
I've
So,
found that there are always other things or other areas that you're a creative in that you just really don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever met a person who was just creative in one area. If you are a creative,
truth,
like with the ability to
True.
create, it spans across so
Yes,
many
it does. It
different
does.
things, but you just need to explore and tap. So explore and tap.
yeah,
Very
agreed,
true.
agreed,
Yeah.
agreed.
Very true.
So, both of you ladies joined us last year at our very first inaugural Build conference. That was our first one. You guys
Yes.
took the plunge with us. Y'all say, we invest because we kind of trust what it is that y'all doing. Tell us about it. What was your experience with it? We can start with you, G, and then we go to Sherlanka. What was your experience with last year Build? And then how did that help you as a creative?
Well, I'll tell you that I expected something great because I have not been a part of anything that Judah experiences is a part of that wasn't great. So I didn't know what I was going to meet, but I just knew that it was going to be something good.
Oh, thank
And
you, Gia.
but you're welcome. You're welcome. And also, when I saw the dynamic facilitators, it was so varied, and you had leaders in their respective industries just
Mm-hmm.
come with that perspective, and I was blown away from the very first session. The very first session, I was blown away, and I was captured. I didn't want to leave. Like I did not want to go. And both days were just absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If I were to single out a session, I'll single out two, but I can't. Oh gosh, it's hard.
Good luck with that.
It's hard. But what I will tell you is there was the session that was facilitated by Apostle Valentino Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It really
Phenomenal.
caused me to expand my thinking. Like
Mm-hmm.
mindset is everything, and you're really limited by what you believe that you're capable of. That was a strong theme in that presentation. And then also the money man. I D'Amico Bryce blows me away every single time. He gets me together. I probably need to set meetings with him, 4 times a year, just to make sure that I stay on track. But
Right.
yeah, so everything was just so amazingly presented. The information was so rich. Like I almost wanted to leave my phone in several sessions to record while I sat in other sessions. Be yeah, because it was just so much. Now I'll tell you a steam in me that was incredible. Like the motivation that I had as a result of that was absolutely incredible. I will tell you the truth, the God's honest truth. 2020 has definitely thrown me for a loop, with pandemic. It was just a lot this year. So I am looking forward to build, on Saturday, because I need that next boost to kind of carry me through. The first wind that I got last year was great, but because I encountered some things that I wasn't expecting this year, it kind of threw me for a tailspin. So I'm looking forward to that next wind that I'll get from build.
Awesome. Sherlanka, you could share your experience.
Well, for me, transparency. Going into build, I really didn't have an idea what it was going to be about, but I was curious. And
Yeah.
so my curiosity led me to build. And then I like the acronym, bringing the unseen into light and dominating. And one of the questions I asked God was, Lord, what is it that I have on the inside? I don't know. But it warrants me to find out. And so that was the reason why I came to the sessions. And can I tell you, phenomenal. From, like Gia said, I concur, from start to finish. It was awesome, from apostle to with his faith. And I'm like, Lord, this man got some faith. I don't even know what I believe in for, but God, you will know. And then it went into the breakout session for me with, I think it was Sharika, Minister Sharika, when she talked about breaking the mold. And that was, wow, power packed. When she said, I am a problem, I am designed to fix a problem. Wow, this is very interesting. And so she went into further details about prayer and things that would lead into purpose, and that captivated me there. And then we went into definitely Tamiko Bryce. I love his wealth of words. And so that captivated me as well. But I mean, so much more. Jason, who talked about his actual experience.
Oh my goodness.
Power packed, phenomenal young man of God. And so all of these things did wonders for me. And can I tell you, a couple months later after that, I end up resigning from my job. Interesting. And so B.U.I.L.D did something for me where it built me enough to resign. Like there is more. Instead of remaining at that same stagnant position, with nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. So that motivated me into, you know what, there got to be more, God. There's something in this. So that was the impression that left me, and I have never forgotten it.
Wow. It's amazing you said this. LaDonya was on with us on Saturday, Friday, and she said the exact same thing, because LaDonya resigned shortly after B.U.I.L.D. I think it was a couple of weeks after B.U.I.L.D. resigned.
Wow.
And plunged full-fledged into Such a Pratt. And if you know Such a Pratt, the content creator. I mean, that girl is amazing. And then if you know LaDonya, she's dancer extraordinaire. She is, I mean, so
multifaceted.
Yes, so we don't tell you leave your job. Our job is to provide a space, and the Holy Spirit does the rest through the speakers. So it starts to stir that thing up on the inside of you, just to get you in a position and knowing, okay, there's more to me than this. There's more to life than this. I tired of just existing. I'm ready to tap into that greater thing. I'm ready to bring the unseen into light and dominate in life. And that's what it's all about.
So, and Audra, even on the note that you said just now about stirring up that thing inside of you with LaDonya and Sherlanka, leaving their jobs and going full-fledged into what it is that they got into. That it's a God thing, because who would have thought that the entire economy would have been shut down this year?
Yes.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So, it's amazing when God breathes on initiatives like this to prepare people for things that we don't even know that's coming. So with the opportunity to come to be a part of the one that's taking place on Saturday, like B.U.I.L.D always comes as preparation for something. So
Boy.
Listen,
Very
listen.
Yes. So we didn't plan to be on with you guys long. We just wanted to come in just to give just to help you understand the reason, the heart behind builds, as well as for you to hear some testimonies. These ladies are living testimonies of proof. If you go on Sherlanka page, the Sherlanka wasn't one you would have never seen posted.
No.
I mean, now sis posting flyers and Facebook Live. She
Yes.
has tapped into
Yeah.
something. So her words are now speaking.
Bam.
So on that note, if you have not yet registered, I want you to go on over to our website at judahexperiences.com. And you could go ahead and click on the link here, judahexperiences.com/events. And you can go ahead and register. Registration is extremely small, $20. That is just to ensure that our speakers are able to get something from it. So if you know someone that is a creative, how about sowing that seed? Or let them know, you know what? I think this would be something that you could take advantage of. We have some great speakers. We have Reverend Dino Cartwright. He's coming to talk about faith building. If you know Dr. Paul, the branding man, he's coming to talk about your brand, face, your brand.
Oh yes.
He is great.
Help some of us who Brandon very I said trashy. He coming to help us. Then we have a psychiatrist who's coming to help us to understand that as creatives we need to be mentally whole as well, and she is a believer. So we believe in the whole man. Then we have the sassy scribe, Lady Raquel Pinder, who is coming to help the writers. Your words. So if you are a writer, if you are a blogger, if you don't know if you experience the blockage, if you experience the word blockage and you know where to go, what to say, all that other kind of good stuff, you need this session with her. She's giving a little bit of tips on what she coming with. She bringing some props. She bringing some tools, some information to help you. She is a blogger herself. So we have that. Then we also have Catherine Bannaby. She is coming to talk about being a solution to your economy, how to do that. Then we also have someone, a lawyer, that is going to be with us, who is going to help us with our legal part, how to be prepared legally for those of us that run organizations, we preparing to do businesses, whatever, to keep yourself covered. So we got all of that. And then along with that, we have Lady Simone Bo, who is coming to talk about creating in your full scope. For people like Gio, who got things going on.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, he comes to help us to be able to be the fullness of that. So if you haven't registered, if you know a creative, and you may be able to say that I don't feel like I'm a creative, but you may want to come. Go ahead and come. You don't know, that may stir up something inside of you. That may awaken that thing that you don't even know you have. You may be a dreamer. Listen, you are a creative, because when he shows you things, it's for purpose.
Yes.
If you are prophetic in nature, you are a creative.
Yes.
So this is for all of us. So once again, before we leave, I want to give these ladies the last parting words to say, but go ahead and register for B.U.I.L.D 2020. Gia, pass it to you in Sherlanka for your parting words.
I would definitely say, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and expose yourself to something that will cause you to see you in a different light. Something that'll cause you to just expand in your thinking, to builders to construct something, to put something together. Come and get those key components to really build. This is your time. If there's any time for a creative, it is right now. It is right now. The emergence of the creatives, it's now. It's now. So do yourself a favor. Go to the website right now. Register right now. Don't give yourself a chance to change your mind. Do it right now.
Right now.
Yes, I encourage all to definitely be a part of B.U.I.L.D this year. You heard the testimonies that it was power packed, life transforming. And so I encourage you guys to invest, like Gia said, investing in yourself, not for a now, but more for a future. And so definitely I encourage you to go ahead, build who God says you are, build to become someone great, build to, building, when we think of building a foundation, build means to, it's like putting things together, constructing, creating, forming, making, all of these good stuff. And so I encourage you to be a part of this great initiative. We're living in a time where change is taking place and things as normal aren't existing anymore. And so this is the time now to get into those creative ideas, those creative mindsets, to do things different. You never know what you are capable of doing until you decide to invest. And so I encourage you, 2020, build yourself.
Awesome. So y'all have the wide scope creator herself, and then y'all had the creator of word. She just put that icing on the cake. So thank you so much for joining us. JudahExperiences.com. Go to our event section, and that's where you'll find the registration. So see you guys at B.U.I.L.D.